Hello lovely people, I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. This is episode 38 on first floor block work stage 2. Alright, if you recall, previously from episode 37, when I came your way with block work stage 1, the total cost of the block work in stage 1 was 3,520. And these constitute to 500 blocks, all right, 10 bags of cement. The workmanship for laying the 500 blocks was 850. You understand? Yes, we bought water, all right, and then the person who packs the blocks from the ground floor to the first floor, I pay 80 Ghana cedis per day. So it's just for one day. After whether it's 700 blocks, 600 blocks, I pay 80 Ghana cedis, and the person has to move all the blocks from the ground floor to the first floor so that the mason can use it to work. Now, I did mention that some pillars has also been, displaced, and therefore it's a lesson learned to all of us that once you're knowing that you're going to do a first floor, and the pillars shooting from ground floor coming up all the way, you should know that, okay, this pillar needs to go, this pillar needs to stay. So before casting of the concrete, they need to do another profiling of the first floor. They need to do a profiling, and pillars that are required, they need to position them properly. If they have to crank them, they will crank them and position them properly. Those that are not required, they have to bend them into the decking, okay, and then the concrete is casted. But in my case, my contractor failed to do that, and it is one of the main reasons why I did not allow him to continue the project for me. Okay, there are so many factors, but I'm the type that I don't want to paint people, I don't want to paint him black. Yes, he has a good side and a bad side. Probably to me, he was a bit difficult. Perhaps with someone, he might be a bit nice. You understand? So that's it. So after this project, there are some areas that we need to cover, especially, because I had water sitting on top of the decking. I decided to do my block work, hoping that the water will not, stay on it. But eventually, when it rains, I still have water sitting in there, so I have to put in some pipes. You understand? I have to put in some pipes such that when it rains, the water will find its way through the pipe. Again, there were certain portions where I realized that because we didn't do any block work there, and that is per the design of the first floor, there's no block work in that particular area. And therefore, what happens is that when the rain comes, I see the water drifting all over the plastering. All right. So here you could see that it rained, and look at the water drifting down onto my window. When I saw that, my tummy, burst. Yeah. I think my in-law nearly, damaged his phone. Because he put the phone into the rain, he got to record that for me to see. You understand? So the rains from April 13th, when I started the first block work, all the way to April 30th, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. The rains kept on coming and coming, but I told them, hey, we have to do something, because I didn't want the water to sit on the decking and then soak it into the room. You understand? I want to make sure I do something as soon as possible. And because I didn't want to screed the top and waste the cement, I said, hey, let's do the demarcations. Once we do the demarcation, we will have very little of water sitting on top of the decking. And so doing, we have to put in the pipes as well. Okay, and areas where there were pillars, I had them put pipe in there to avoid the water drifting on the plastering, because you could see when you watch on this side, you see the water has drifted all over the plastering, and this is what constitutes the molds. You understand? And it was going to destroy the plastering. So here you could see the water drifting down because there's no pipe work over there. There's no block work as well. So quickly I jumped to buying 700 blocks. At this time it was 4 Ghana cedis. Price keeps changing, you understand? It keeps changing here and there. So I'm hoping that they will give me a discount, but they didn't. I'm using hollow blocks because I want to reduce the weight on the ground floor beams. Okay, the ground floor beams, I want to reduce the weight. So in the ground floor, the block work, I use 6 inches solid, but going forward I'm using hollow 5 inches. Okay, and yes, and the purpose of that is to reduce the weight. Okay, so I bought 700. Okay, initially I bought 500, so now I bought 700. So let's see how far 700 will take us. You understand? Yes. So the same calculation that I did with you before, I want you to record everything as I'm giving it to you now. Okay, so block cost me 700 multiplied by 4 Ghana cedis was 2,800. I bought cement. Now 7 multiplied by 2 should have given me 14 bags of cement. Okay, 7 by 2, 14 bags of cement. But I decided to buy 18 bags. You know, for a certain reason. I wanted to have a spare of cement bags remaining in the house. I didn't want to have an empty bag of cement. Okay, yeah, so I'm supposed to buy 14 bags, but I bought 18. Packing of the blocks, I pay 80 Ghana cedis. I bought water for 50. And then I bought another type of block. This one is not a quarry dust. Okay, I bought this for areas where the water was drifting out on the plastering. I will show you going forward in the video. That one was just a normal block which was going for 3 Ghana cedis, about 20 pieces. Okay, and the workmanship for laying the 700 blocks only, because I didn't want to include item 5. Item 5 is the 20 pieces of the block. It's not part of the main project, so don't include that one. So workmanship for laying the 700 block is 1,190. That mason 90 Ghana cedis and the laborer 80 Ghana cedis. The two put together is 170 by 7 days. Okay, by 7 days will give you 1,190. Okay, so that's the calculation in the bracket. All right, so in total I spent 5,107 Ghana cedis. 5,107 Ghana cedis for laying the 700 blocks. Are you with me? So yes, there were some few changes as I made mention of, but we're going to see all of that going forward. So the mason was focused on the edges. He wanted to make sure those ones were easy to lay, and then those with the curve, bathroom, you know, here and there, those need an ample time. So you can see that the block work was much focusing on the edge, on the peripheral. Okay, that one is easy to lay because they are straight block work, just straight where he just get the measurement and start laying the blocks. Okay, and then later he will focus on those demarcation, the bathroom, the kitchen store, visitors bathroom, and all of that. Are you getting it? Yes. So my biggest problem was how to get the water, you know, not to sit on the decking, even though I have demarcated all the rooms such that I could reduce the water, you know, the quantity of water sitting on the decking. But eventually I had to screed some areas to slope it because this is a flat roofing, sorry, a flat decking. And because it's a flat decking, no matter what I do, I'm still going to have the water sitting there because it is not sloping to any direction. Are you getting the point? Yeah, so going forward in the next episode, I'm going to show you exactly what I did and how I overcame the water from sitting on top of my decking. It was breathtaking, and myself, I was relieved. You understand? I was relieved. Yes. So again, I have to buy pipes. The pipe didn't cost me that much. So I think my plumber had some pipes, you know, a spare of pipe for me, so he used those ones. Now you can see I've used a red mark to mark here, and that is a bedroom with a wardrobe. And because the mason was trying to go precisely by the drawing, I realized that this wardrobe was too big. I asked him to reduce it to 1.5 block, you understand, in order to create more room in the bedroom. All right. This is the extra blocks that I purchased. This is just a normal block which I'm going to use on a peripheral where per the drawing there is no block work available, so that I could avoid the water from drifting onto the plastering. So beginning from your left towards your left, okay, from this block towards your left in your shot right now, I use those normal blocks over there because this is the porch area. Per the drawing there's no block work here, okay, but I told them, hey, I don't want the water drifting, and this is the staircase going down, so I'm going to ask them to lay at least half course of the block, just half, all this area as he's showing you right now, all the way to your right, okay, all the way, okay, this area, and then to your left, okay, to where this block is, to where the quarry block is, the door, that is the end of it. So that's where I lay those normal blocks in order to prevent the water from drifting onto the plastering. So I'm going to put pipes in every room where I know that the water will find its way out. I'm going to put a pipe there so that when it rains, I will not have any water sitting on the decking. But later, I had to use about 3 to 4 bags of cement just to do some few areas, some screeding. Instead of the 50 bags, which was estimated for me earlier, for me to do the entire surface, I need to screed the entire surface. But this time around, I used only about 4 bags of cement for the screed. You imagine. As of now, I have bought 18 bags of cement for the 700 blocks, okay, and then the previous one, which was a 500 blocks, I bought 10 bags of cement. So you can imagine 10 plus 18 is giving me 28. Okay, 28 bags of cement is laying how many blocks? 1,200 blocks. You understand? 1,200 blocks. Okay, even though I have 2 bags of cement as extra, but I just added to it. Instead, I'm supposed to use 26 bags of cement for 1,200 blocks. You understand? It's not difficult at all. You can micromanage your project if you really understand how construction goes. You can micromanage. And here, I'm going to count all my pillars. Once I count all the pillars, I should be able to estimate the quantity of iron rods that I need. Because again, this is a superstructure. And in this superstructure, I need blocks, iron rods. You understand? Now, I'm going to need a little bit of plumbing because this is going to go for roofing. And in the roofing, I need rain gutters. And plumbing work is not expensive. The pipe itself is not expensive. You understand? Yes, so I have rain gutters at the back. I have 6 rain gutters going all the way to the roof, and it's coming all the way to the ground floor. You understand? So that once I put my roofing, it's going to be a secret roofing. And once I do that, the rains will go through the pipe all the way to. So you could see I have pipes in there. I have put in pipes in the block, and then where it's supposed to be a pillar, I asked them put a little bit of mortar in that area and then put the pipe so that I will avoid the water from drifting onto the plastering. If not, the whole plastering that I have done, it was going to wash all the dirt from the decking onto the plastering, and it was going to give me a cost 90. You understand? So I was so much worried during this rainy season from April. I think it started the early part of April, okay, then May. You understand? But I started the project from April 12th, April 13th, and 14th, all the way to April 30th. So I'm almost at the roofing stage, okay, and I'm going to be sharing all the videos with you so that we can all learn and appreciate where I have come from and how much I have spent so far on this project. All right, so this is the 3D of my house when it is completed. It's going to be a secret roofing. The roofing will be hidden. I'm going to slope the roofing to the back, so that's why I have the rain gutters at the back. I have 6 rain gutters. Now to your left is a 2-bedroom apartment, and to your right is also another 2-bedroom apartment. The window on the top left is for the kitchen, and that on the right is also a kitchen. So they have a common porch. Okay, the ground floor is mine. Now if you look at the top, the porch where the balustrade is, there's no block work there, and that's why I provided a normal block work to avoid the water from drifting onto the porch area. You understand? Yes. So as of now, they are done with the 700 blocks that I purchased. In total, I have laid 1,200 blocks with a bag, 28 bags of cement. Are you getting it? Yes. The 700 blocks that I purchased, the workmanship is 1,190. You can go back and watch it, and you will see it right in there. Are you getting it? Yes. So let's go and let's see that in the next video, how much am I going to spend, the quantity of blocks. Okay, that will take me all the way to the lintel. In recent time, the size of blocks have been reduced, unlike before when you could have the block very thick. You understand? So instead of laying a 9 course, I'm tempted to lay a 10 course. That will take me to the lintel level, which is about 7 feet height. Okay, 7 feet. So 10 course, and then the lintel will come, and after the lintel I have another 2 course on top of the lintel. Then I will do my cantilever, which will serve as a rain gutter, a cantilever. Okay, all right. So lovely people, again, this is just another wonderful video for our learning and viewing pleasure. If you have learned something out of it, note it down, and let's see how it ends when we get to the roofing stage. Okay, this portion, which is the staircase area, I asked them to lay a block over there so that the water will not be drifting all the way to the staircase. All right, these corrections I'm going to be showing you in the next episode, all right, which will be episode 39. And all these corrections, because I wanted everything should be exact. The windows and that, the bedrooms, everything should be exact. All right. If you like this video, kindly subscribe. If you haven't, give it a thumbs up. Okay. Click the notification bell so anytime when I drop a video, you'll be the first to know. Shalom. Bye-bye.